Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Would you please welcome onto the stage Mr. Tommy Tiernan.
Thank you very much, thank you. I'm sitting here. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, you're all very welcome to the show. I guess what's going to happen here over the next hour or so, it cannot be used in the real world. There are no rules. We're not concerned with political correctness. We're not concerned with not offending anybody. We will try and offend. Please get in line. We will try and offend as many people as we possibly can. The things that are going to be said here cannot be taken and used in the real world. It's like when you're having sex with your girlfriend, and as part of the process to liven the whole thing up for the pair of you, you roar out, "Go on, you big fucking who are you?" She is not allowed. She is not allowed. Come up to you the next day and go, "What did you call me last night?" I like of you to think of this gig as the opposite of mass. Somewhere we can come in the darkness and just fucking let go for a little while. I am concerned with what's funny, and sometimes it's not what is funny is not clever. Sometimes what is funny is crude, and it's fucking cock and cunt and balls, but it's funny. It is fucking funny. Whatever fucking happens. I find it hard, to write comedy. I'm not a writer. I'm a fucking thinker. A thinker and a talker. I've sat at computers. I've tried to write fucking jokes. Looking at the keyboard thinking, how many fucking versions of QWERTY can there be? It doesn't suit me. Poetry doesn't fucking suit me. A novelist will just bang it out. Okay? A novelist will just sit at his fucking typewriter and he'd be fucking going like this fucking... just banging his fucking hands like that. Until it is accomplished. A poet is different. A poet is, the less words the better. A poet has to fucking wait. And if he knows if he used the wrong word, the whole poem is fucked. He has to have the patience of a fucking priest in a hedge. Just fucking waiting. And waiting. And if he knows if he fucking leaps too soon, it's over. I will arise now and go to Headford. No, fuck. And I think too much anyway. Do you know what I mean? I like hanging around with people who can't cope. It's the only time in my life I feel in control. I was in New York recently and I was hanging around with these guys. I went down to watch these chess hustlers in Washington Square. All these kind of homeless dudes and their fucking long hair, and they can't tie their shoelaces or pay rent, but they can play chess against 20 different people at the same time. It's basically autism on parade, but they're fucking incredible. And I'm down there and I'm just watching them and I'm loving the uncivilized nature of their created beings. And there's a few chess hustlers hanging around. And this young black guy is looking at him and he's there, "Hey, man, yo, man, you want a game, man?" I said, "No, thanks, I don't play." "What you talking about, man? I seen you looking. I seen you following the game, motherfucker. You trying to hustle my ass? You're probably a national champion or something, motherfucker. Coming over here trying to hustle. You probably a national champion." Maybe it was the way he was saying it. But I just started to think, maybe I am. We'll see who's hustling who now, motherfucker. Come on. I think we need to be Irish in the world. Like, fuck, it's all we have, like. I'm delighted, I'm awful proud to be Irish, and I don't think I would have made a good fucking German, or... You know, I'm grateful for the opportunity. In the same way that national identity isn't much. It's ultimately only surface, really, isn't it? And below that, we're all the same. But as a kind of a frosted top yoke to be having, being Irish, I think, is all right because, you know, we're slightly uncivilized. There isn't an Irish person in this room who was more than a first cousin away from genuine psychiatric illness. and it's... That and the rain and the drink and Jesus is what gives us the little fucking twist. We're different, you know. We're the knackers of Europe, basically. Do you know what I mean? And we're special. Do you know, we used to be able to change into rabbits. Now that's a fucking fact. Irish people, if you read we're shapeshifters. Fucking shapeshifters. Somewhere in us is the ability to do that. If you read the old stories and someone is chasing you and they get too close, you just fucking... Shape-shift! And you turn into a rabbit. Fucking shape... It's better than fucking Weight Watchers. Fucking shape-shift. You read all those old Irish stories now, and they're not great, are they? They're just kind of the magic has gone out or something. And that's because I think they've been sanitized. We've housed and estated the magic out of our own heads. You read those old stories of the old Fianna people, and they're just dead in the water, like you couldn't sail by that. They're like stuff for primary school kids. Okay, kids, today we're going to learn about how Cuchulainn got his name. Cu means hound, Chulainn. And moving on, anyway, so his original name was Satanta. And Satanta was walking through the woods and he was minding his own business. He was after having a game of hurling or something. And next thing you heard this big kind of a barking noise. And he turned around and, oh my God, the size of the dog that was coming after him. That is bullshit, isn't it? There's nothing. You have to go to that part of yourself that's not comfortable on a housing estate. You have to let your own inner itinerant tell you that story. Before has in the kind of gravitas at all was sort of a harder now come alive then. Come alive then when perhaps Wesley wouldn't have expected to come alive at all. I won't worry. I won't worry, man, no fucking been in my own. They're gonna hurt it. Alright, so what the fuck is that? Come out the fuck every hour and break the jawbone on you. The size of him. I drove the ball down his throat. I say you're not fucking barking now, are ya? Fine looking dog, though. It must have cost someone a few bob and said dog like that. Who the dog belong to? It belong to you. No, I'm your dog. Now some of you people, you've been listening to that story and you've been thinking that's a turbo fucking dog doing on the mirror. I tell you, my wrong. That story, one of the great pieces of psychological wisdom handed down from the ages, from Irish person to Irish person. That story about your demons and how you gotta learn to live with them, you can't be squishing them. Like the fella there in the story, he killed a dog and then he became a dog. His whole life was just about being a dog. There's nothing in that. says like the fella was going up a mountain and he met a monster 2 foot tall and he broke the jaw bone on it. He went round the corner, the monster was there 8 foot tall and he splattered the solar plexus on it, and he went round the third corner, the monster was there 50 foot tall. It says, we're going to have to come to some sort of an arrangement. You gotta learn to live with the shit that's inside you. The children are there. The children, there were 3 beautiful children. They had a beautiful mama and a beautiful dad, and the beautiful mama died, and daddy got a new mama didn't like them. She had magic fingers. One day she turned them into swans. Magic finger turned them into wands. And the daddy came home and says, where are my beautiful children? He said, don't be talking to me, I'll turn them into wands. And the daddy went down to the top of them. How are your kids? They were there. I couldn't make head nor tail of what they were saying. They lived there for 300 years, then they moved to Roscommon for 300 years, and then they moved back down to County Cork for 900 years, and they turned back into people, but their hearts were broken. Now, I don't know what the fuck that story is about. I'm happy not knowing. So there's that sense of defeat amongst us, you know. I don't think we're ready for revolution in this country. They say it takes half the time you were getting a baiting to get over the baiting. So there's a few 100 years of suffering left inside of us yet. The back is still bent, isn't it, lads? Back bent for the lash. I was in some small country town someplace. Early in the morning. Just me on one side, going that way. And now, lad, on the other side, going that way. And he tripped. A bit of the pavement must have been sticking up or something. And he fucking tripped. And he looked at me and said, sorry. Fucking Che Guevara, that you cunt. You get a sense of the wildness of Ireland. You drive through any small Irish town on a Friday or Saturday night, when the nightclubs and pubs are fucking people out onto the street. Carnage. It's like someone shouted fire in a psychiatric hospital. Strangest looking fuckers are at. Fellas trying to walk home sideways. Keep your back to the wall, Michael, we'll be all right. We're lobsters, what are we? We're fucking lobsters. Girls with newborn giraffe legs trying to make it up the street. And always one fella on a street corner trying to figure something out. That's normal to us. Irish police can deal with that, because most Irish police aren't that far removed from an agricultural background. So for them, dealing with drunks is like trying to get cows into the big field. Go on, go on, go on. What the fuck am I on? Go on. It's the police in other countries I feel sorry for now. Police in Australia I feel most sorry for. I wouldn't be a great fan of democracy now at all. You know, I don't want a leader who wants to be liked. I want a strong person who tells you that he's in charge. Putin. Fucking love Putin. No matter who you vote for, he's in charge. I like Putin because he'd kill you. You know where you stand with a man like that, don't you? Putin, he'd kill you. You don't even have to be living in Russia and he'd kill you. Didn't he kill that bald fella in the hospital in London? Fucking killed him. He wasn't looking too well to begin with. An open window would have killed him in the end. Cause of death, a draft. Putin killed him because he called him a money laundering paedophile. Oh, you can't do that. You can't call Putin that, he'll kill you. You could walk up to whoever is in charge of Ireland and in front of their wife and children call them a useless cunt, and he laughed it off. Now, you wouldn't get planning permission for your conservatory, but that's as bad as it would get. The only change that will happen in Ireland will be if Sinn Féin get into power. The political wing of the IRA. It won't be good change, but it will be fucking change. Because Sinn Féin, they'd kill you. That was their election manifesto. Sinn Féin, we'll kill you. And if they ever got into power, things would be done different. We'd just have to adapt. Headline on a Monday morning, nurses to go on strike. Headline, Tuesday morning, where are the fucking nurses? There was 400 of them here yesterday. Where did they go? We'll find them in 40 years' time, buried under a septic tank in the field in County Meath. With the farmer there, I didn't know when. Them fuckers will kill you. We are a country full of lunatic.